Hey guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Watcher of Realms video. So I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I did do I tried pushing further in the Wasteland Titan Immortal Codex. I'm gonna go ahead and try and push now on the next one, the Hellfire Emperor. See how far I can get. I actually don't remember what my best score was. I looked at my scoring yesterday when I was doing the Wasteland Titan. I don't remember. Okay, so I'm S. And this was my last team. So I'm going to see what are going to be some good champions to put out on here. I did go ahead and unequip all my champions. That way I can try the best gear out on different champions. So clearly right now I was using Isolde, which she's great, and she's also a lord, so she was benefiting some of the others. I think I want to try, though, doing Torador as my lord this time around, because he's a defender, and he, I think, can deal decent damage, too. Plus, he also does some AoE damage alongside it, so that's going to be helpful. So I'm going to do Torador. I think I'm going to try out Acer, because he also can do AoE damage. Volca will help keep everybody nice and hopefully healthy with her passive healing. I might as well go ahead and try just a full team of Nightmare Council since I've got Torador as the Lord. So I might do Sun Wukong, Salazar, even though they're not AoE champions. They do enough damage and a lot of hits, so maybe they'll be good enough. Because I'm kind of tempted to try Magnus out. He can do AoE damage. During his ultimate, he has better blocking. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and try these people out. See how well they work. I might put my two defenders in the front, which means I'll want them to have the best damaging gear to see how well they are at damaging. I know Azor is a defense damage dealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip him with the best defense gear I've got. So go attack speed, crit rate, and defense percentage at the very least. And then with the ring and bangle, I'm also gonna do attack speed, crit rate, and then either defense bonus or crit damage. Okay, so this is my build for Azor. I went ahead and gave him Ageless Wrath. I was hoping to give him more like an attack speed amulet, but I only had a damaging piece for the Ageless Wrath. But I figured, I guess this is still giving him a decent amount of attack speed, and maybe he'll be able to deal enough damage. I know he's not necessarily going to be like the craziest damage dealer, but he can do AoE damage, and he's a defender and whatnot. So I'm going to try and just see how much I can get out of him. I'm going to go ahead and give him his exclusive, because I do own it, and it'll also not only give him an extra block during his ultimate, which I guess technically the Bastion ring would be better for that in general, but it also gives him extra chance to inflict stun, and he also will regenerate some HP, so it'll just keep him more alive, which is kind of what I'm going for more than anything. So I think his exclusive is going to be best on him. And then for Torador, I'm going to go ahead and build him with just my best damaging gear. So I could build him with the Bastion ring just to get the extra blocking. But I kind of want to try him out with the Bloodlust Phylactery just so that he can do more damage. So I'm going to go with that. And then for the gear, my best damaging gear I have is the this Warlord piece that I have. So it's this Warlord set. And then it is the Cataclysm pieces I own. If you saw my clan boss video, you would have seen that most of my champions had this equipped for that video. So it'll be these pieces right here. Let's see, because I do have a few really good rings in Cataclysm. The one that I usually use is this Esoterian Order, but sometimes people like this Cursed Cult one a little bit better. And then I do have the Nightmare Council, but this one would drop the crit rate more. I need to do the Malric's Hall of Illusions so that I can get those gems, because I really would like to replace, especially maybe like this flat defense stat, maybe get some crit rate out of this piece. That would be really, really nice. But at the moment, this is what I have. Okay, yeah, this Cursed Cold piece is saying would go better for him. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And call that good for Torador. Then the rest I had were Sun Wukong, Volca, Salazar, and Magnus. So I'll go ahead and really quickly build all of them. Again, I'm going to focus on damaging for them. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I mostly did a quick equip and then saw if anybody could use better regearing. So Sun Wukong is equipped with some really good damaging pieces. I went all out damaging on his accessories, I guess. Is that what those are? And then Volca, she's got a broken set, but still pretty good damaging. She's got attack speed on her amulet. Salazar is, again, the same. He's got a broken set, 1 attack speed. And then you guys saw me do Torador and Azor, and then Magnus is doing Soulbound Arcana piece with these two. Really high attack. He's got a really, really good base attack. I wasn't able to get him at full crit rate. My Soulbound Arcana pieces are just okay. I could definitely use a few better rerolls, and like this piece right here doesn't have attack speed. I would love to change this like flat defense for attack speed or something different. And then I went with the Lunacy Visor on him. Salazar's got the Scarlet Hunt. I would do his exclusive, but it's pretty low level in comparison, so the Scarlet Hunt tends to do better for him. And then Volca's got her exclusive, although there might be a cost for saying that the Lunacy Visor would be better for her as well. And then Sun Wukong's got his exclusive. Let's go ahead and see how well this team does. Like I said, I'm going to do Torador and Azor in the front, and then since Magnus can block a lot during his ultimate, I think he might be up ahead as well. We'll just see. We'll play around, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to put Torador here and Azor here. I'll go ahead and put Magnus, I think, in Torador's area, since Torador doesn't have extra blocking right now, and Azor does. I'll put Volca out next because although Volca would be nice in a place where she can get more reach. Yeah, I think maybe I'll put Salazar here, and then I'll put Sun Wukong here because that'll give him a nice amount of space for his clones, and then Volca on the other side. And then I'll just auto ult and see how well this does. So clearly not the best score, although it says new record for some reason. Weird. I wonder if it's a new record for this team, or maybe just because I haven't done it yet this month. Interesting. Weird damaging numbers. I'm gonna really quickly look to see what the actual stage information is, to see if there's a way to deal more damage or anything. So the Hellfire Emperor summons monsters, compelling them to move towards him. These monsters gradually lose HP, and upon their demise, they deal damage to the Hellfire Emperor while restoring HP to the nearest hero. It is imperative for heroes to prevent the absorption of these monsters by the Hellfire Emperor, for it boosts his attack. I wonder if that is dispellable though, because that might be nice. I doubt it is though. The Hellfire Emperor periodically deals damage to all enemies. Boss Rush Enhancement, heroes' HP will continuously regenerate, which is nice. But Volka's passive still is like that extra little bit of survivability. I'll have to see if maybe it's possible to do it without her, but I don't know. Let's see, so after the Hellfire Emperor enters the boss rush phase, his HP becomes infinite and the number of monster spawn points increases to 4. Purifying Inferno now deals damage 2 times and monster's attack will be boosted for each wave spawned. Periodically summons Fire Seeker and summons Fire Fanatics instead during the boss rush phase. When Fire Seekers and Fire Fanatics approach the Hellfire Emperor, they will sacrifice themselves to the Emperor and to empower the Hellfire Emperor's attack. The Hellfire Emperor cannot be targeted by heroes or receive damage from them. Okay, so that means he also wouldn't be able to be dispelled. The Hellfire Emperor periodically releases Purifying Inferno, dealing damage 1 time to all enemies. On the field, in the boss rush phase, Purifying Inferno deals damage 2 times. Doesn't say anything else. Is there any more information in the guide? So these are his skills already that I read, I believe. Monster info, behold a wanderer crafted from fire and magma, a world of eternal flame that seeks purity beyond measure. The Hellfire Emperor stirs from centuries of slumber. Okay, nothing new there. Fire Seeker has about the same for defense and magic resistance. Loses 1% HP, 1% of max HP per second. When being blocked by a hero, the HP lost per second significantly escalates. So they take more damage being blocked. Vengeful Shades drop Spirits of Fury and Spirit of Vigor upon death. The Spirit of Fury attacks the Hellfire Emperor, while the Spirit of Vigor restores HP to the nearest hero. Infernal Form receives only 1 point of damage from all heroes. But then it says that the HP lost per second significantly escalates. Okay, so only the passive HP loss significantly escalates during or while they're blocked. But damage-wise, they can only receive 1 point of damage. So it seems like it might just be best in here to have a lot of attack speed. That way you're doing a lot of hits and doing more 1 point of damage maybe, but then definitely just putting everybody with more blocking, because that seems to be the best way to go about killing them, right? Okay, and then the Fire Fanatic has the same defense and magic resistance, has a lot more attack, loses 1% HP. So same Flame Crooks. I think that's, yeah, it's the same passive. Vengeful Shades and then Infernal Form receives only 1 point. So they both are the same in that aspect. I'm gonna see if I've got any other defenders. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, there's no other Chaos Fighter that has a way of increasing their blocking. I was thinking though that potentially Ma and Gluttony's execution could be effective against the enemies here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try those two out, see how well that works. So I'll have to really quickly build them, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check them out. Okay, so I went ahead and built my champions. I gave Ma a Lunacy Visor, especially because he can only block once, so it's very possible that he might not be great in here either way because his blocking is pretty bad. And then he's just got whatever equip gear was best for him. I guess he's got okay survivability. Honestly, it might just be best to go full on bulk on this champion since they're not getting any benefit from having high attack because they're only dealing 1 damage. So I'm gonna try this out, but I'm probably gonna end up switching a lot of my champions around, especially Torador, because I built him with just a lot of damage in mind, but I think I'm gonna end up going with defense instead. or just survivability instead on him. Um, but let's just try one more time, just for funs and giggles, I guess. I did take out Immered and Salazar's gear to give these two a go. Again, they're going in here mostly because of their ability to consume enemies, so hopefully that'll help take care of them a little bit, but I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference. But we'll see. So let's see. I mean, that was better than the last one. Still not great though. I've still done better for sure before. Surprisingly, Volca did a lot more this time. I don't know why. And then, yeah, those two did pretty bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-gear, I think all of them. All of my champions that I'm using right now. And just put them on more defensive gear again, because it doesn't matter how much damage they're dealing, they're always going to just deal 1 HP damage. So let me quickly re-gear everybody, and then I'm going to choose some new champions over Ma and Gluttony. Probably go for some defenders instead, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and re-geared everybody. I'm gonna try again with Volca. I'm actually gonna try Magnus again. So I'm doing Torador, I'm doing Azor, and then I'm also doing... Oh, I think they're epics, that's why they're not showing up here. Baron and Draga. So I went ahead and just built them with as much survivability as possible and a lot of attack speed. All of my defenders, other than Azor, have the Bastion ring just so that they can block more. Azor, oops, let me. So Azor's got his exclusive because it helps him block more during his ultimate, and then he's also healing more. Volca and Magnus have the Lunacy Visor. That way they can also block more, and then they can heal up more. And then I have again Volca there because she helps everybody else heal as well. But yeah, I just went ahead and built everybody with survivability this time around. So hopefully this might be a better run. We'll just see and then try from there. So let's really quickly check out the difference. If there, I'm assuming there's going to be a significant difference, but maybe not. Who knows? So we're doing Baron, Draga, and Magnus. Let's see. Okay, so that was definitely slightly better, but Magnus is still not providing as much. I think it's just because also I don't have him skilled out. If his ultimate lasted longer, that would definitely be better for him. But surprisingly, Volca did a lot. Again, that's still not necessarily meaning too much, because I don't know if that's affecting the amount of that's contributing to the enemies dying. Because I'm also partly thinking that maybe I should just go ahead and try doing like a Northerner run, because the Northerners are going to provide shields on themselves, and that helps with survivability, right? And the biggest thing with this is just trying to keep up that survivability while they're blocking and all that. So it's possible that might be the best way to go about it, and then I might not even need a Volca or whatnot, right? So especially because right now I think the Nightmare Council does decrease the healing, so that might not be helping either. So I'm going to go ahead and try a different strategy while I go ahead and skip this, and see if I can do better with either like a Northerner. I doubt that there's going to be somebody, because I have, you know, Araka, who is a ground unit, but I don't think she's going to be super great because, again, she's a fighter, not a defender. And for Watchguard, like if I want to use a specific Lord, I'm not gonna get a whole lot out of anybody other than the Northerners, I would say. So let me really quickly see about switching it up, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a Northerner comp this time around. I only have 5 Northerner defenders though. So there's that, but I'm gonna go ahead and use Broke here. He's built with, again, everybody's built with just survivability as their top priority. So he's got some good bulk, and I believe I built them with attack speed as well, just in case that helps. So a 517 for him, and he's got his exclusive, that way he gets the extra block and then some HP and all that. I've got Evelyn with the Bastion ring, and she is already got a 4 block naturally, so that gives her 5 block, which is really, really nice. And just again, survivability. And pretty good attack speed as well. I do have everybody with attack speed amulets, so I'm gonna see if that is better, or if maybe it's just better to have them with more survivability with their amulets. I'm using rocks. He's got, again, survivability in him and really high attack speed, and then he's got the Bastion ring as well. And all of these champions, I want to say maybe except for Broke here. Well, I guess Evelyn doesn't either, but she has a natural 4 block. But Rocks, Olog, and Isolde all have the ability to block 1 additional one during their ultimates, so that's hopefully also going to help. There's the Bastion ring on Olog, and then again, just survivability. He's got hopefully decent enough survivability there. And then attack speed again. And then Isolde, and she's got her survivability there, attack speed, again, Bastion ring. And then for the last one, since I only had 5 Northerner defenders, I was contemplating on maybe doing like Elder, since he's a better lord in general than Isolde, but I actually just ended up deciding to go for my Volca. That way she can go ahead and keep everybody alive with her passive as well. So I gave her the Lunacy Visor, and she's got the Guardian set to just take a little bit less damage and just, bulk. So hopefully she's got good enough survivability and then attack speed. And yeah, let's see if this is any better of a comp. I'm not sure if it's gonna do a huge amount better. But I do think them being Northerners is gonna definitely boost up the survivability in general, and because at least half of them are capable of blocking more during the ultimate, and then Evelyn can block just more in general, that will also help, I think. So let's see how well this comp does. Not sure who I'm gonna put where, so I'll just play around with that. Okay, so definitely better that time. I do think that they were, for a while, surviving better, or well enough where maybe Volca did not matter, and just having the extra defender might just be the best way to go. So I'm gonna try out just another defender instead of Volca. Unless maybe I'll go ahead and try out Elder just for his extra Lord skill bonuses, and have him with the Lunacy Visor. And then I'm also going to switch out the attack speed amulets on everybody and see if a little bit of bulk will maybe make a little bit extra difference. Again, it doesn't seem like this is what matters. What matters most is just how much they can block, I guess, in general. So, I mean, Evelyn was doing a really good job. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch out everybody's amulets so that they can have extra survivability. Try Elder just to see if his Lord skill might be just a little bit better, and then I'll have a full team of Northerners, which maybe will help trigger the Northerner Lord talent or whatever it is even more frequently. But yeah, I'll be just right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and switched the amulet around on everybody so that everybody just has more bulk. Hopefully again that just benefits more. I don't see why not. And then I went ahead and built Elder and made him be my 6th champion. I gave him the Lunacy Visor. He's got hopefully a decent amount of bulk, and because he's a legendary lord, his legendary bonus should hopefully be better than Isolde's, right? And then you've got Evelyn, who's got the better bulk, pretty decent bulk. Rox, who was one that was struggling a little bit before, so hopefully the bigger bulk will help him. Olag, who now just has more bulk as well, and Isolde also died pretty early on before, so hopefully that little extra bit of bulk is going to be good for her. We'll just have to go ahead and see how much that impacts, if any. Hopefully it does, and it impacts for the better, so we'll see. Okay, so slightly better than last time, but maybe I just need to figure out the positioning a little better, because Isolde and Rox are dying first for me right now. So maybe I should consider putting them a little bit further back, taking a little bit less of the damage. Still thinking that I might want to go ahead and do another defender. I do think that having Elder as the Lord did help with the survivability a little bit more as well. If I had King Horus, that would be great, which technically I can summon him. I have not used up my one legendary Lord summon that I got a bit ago. I don't remember when exactly it was that we got it. And I was debating whether I wanted to get a King Horus or not, so maybe I might want to consider doing that now. I don't remember exactly which one. Okay, found it. So it's this legendary Lord Hero pick. I'm still not entirely sure who, because I've got all except for Morrigan and King Horus. And Morrigan, I'm not necessarily sure if I care to get one. I don't think she's bad, but I don't think she's great either. I think Torador, Twin Fiend, and Leia I have all at A1, so it would just increase their Lord skill a little bit and give them more damage, which is not bad, but I'm not sure about... Well, I mean, Leia doesn't do any damage, so it would just increase her healing. Venoma, I think it would be an A1 Venoma, but I have my Nastia, so I'm not necessarily too concerned about Venoma. Again, Morrigan, I'm not crazy concerned about her either, especially because I've got Demi, and Demi's great. And then Araka, I was considering Araka because that would give me an A3 Araka, which powers her up. I think it gives her the poison... I forget what it's called. Acute poisoning. So that's definitely not bad for her. But again, I have Nastia who does acute poisoning, so do I need it? King Horus would be just the best because that would help give me the defensive version of the Northerner's Lord skill, I guess. And right now in this specific area, it definitely would be really nice to have him as an extra defender. I don't know if he... because he's got the 3 block. Deals damage, he does rage regen, AoE damage, can freeze, gains a shield. he himself is not getting an additional block. I kind of feel like he should. That would definitely help power him up. When he has any type of shield, reduces physical damage taken, which is also very nice. Every time receiving a shield increases shield strength. And that's about all. And then Awakenings, he grants shields to all adjacent allies. Nothing crazy there. Biggest thing would just be get the extra defender and then the extra, defense to shielded allies, which would hopefully help with the survivability. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna get him and hope that I didn't just waste my legendary Lord Hero pick. I mean, there's a lot of good ones here, right? Torador, Twinfin is pretty good. Leia's not bad. I really like Araka. But they're also the common lords, so it should be fine. I'm gonna do it. King Harsh. Let's go. I do like the way he looks, so there is that. I definitely wish he had a little bit of a buff. They did go ahead, I noticed a bit ago that they changed the wording of his passive, or not passive, his Awakening 5, because it was worded in a way where it was giving him healing effect, but it didn't do anything to his kit, so now they changed it so that his received healing is increased when he's shielded. Which is alright, but I feel like his awakenings are still kind of weak. Okay, so luckily I had all the materials I needed. I didn't think I would have enough of the promotion materials, but that makes it a lot easier. So I have him fully promoted. I'm going to go ahead and scale him up a little bit. I don't really want to use skill crystals on him. I don't have too many. I did use up some. I decided that my next ones I was going to scale up were going to be lords. So I guess technically I could use some on him, but I don't want to use them until I have enough to fully skill somebody out. That way I can make up my mind on who my next lord is going to be. So, when the hero has any type of shield, okay, that's not a bad one to have maxed out. This is fine to have gotten summoned, but I didn't get any. Every time receiving a shield increases shield strength. That's a pretty nice one. I got nothing in his ultimate. I guess that's fine. Could be better, could have been worse. Okay guys, so I built my King Harsh. I went ahead and, again, gave him bulk. He's got pretty decent base stats for bulk, I guess, so that wasn't too bad. But unfortunately, I don't have another Bastion ring, so I gave him the Goddess's Grace, which was the next best artifact I had. It's the second or the only other artifact that I have maxed out for defenders. But yeah, all my Bastion rings are being used up by other champions, so hopefully that's fine. Either way, his Lord skill is going to be better than Elder's Lord skill for this specific area. So I'm going to go ahead and try moving some of the people around. Probably have Rox and Isolde at the very back. That way, since they're the first ones to die, they receive the lesser part of the wave. Yeah, let's just go ahead and see. Okay. I'm definitely getting closer, which is nice. I definitely think that I won't be able to do much more here, though, until I can get, like, more Bastion rings and level them up. At least one more for King Harsh, and then definitely try and level up the Bastion rings for everybody else. I mean, technically, Broke here does have his exclusive, so I don't have to worry about his Bastion ring. But yeah, I mean, definitely better than I was doing before, which is great. And King Harsh definitely does help, but it's definitely a hard one too. You're gonna need like really, really good defense, I feel like, in this place in order to really get the max out of everything. I wonder if it's possible to maybe take one of my heroes out and pull Volca again, since she did add, and then taking one of them out will allow me to have that extra Bastion ring so that I can put it on King Harsh. That might potentially be a good way to go. Because like Rocks and Isolde are the ones that are dying the fastest. I want to say Rocks probably is a little bit, for some reason, faster to die. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily want to take him out, especially because he does have the extra blocking during the ultimate. But I think he's got a little bit less, other than his, revival skill. Damage based off of defense. He's got the damage reduction. When taking the fatal damage, he gains the invincibility. He increases defense. Each instance of damage taken increases damage dealt. So honestly, other than the passive physical and magic damage reduction, he's not got a whole lot, I guess, other than the granite ward. He doesn't have a whole lot of other survivability, where like Isolde, she's gaining defense, she gets shields, right? I think I might try taking him out and going ahead and trying out Volca. I'll do one last run and see how well that works. So I'll be back. Okay, so last try, last attempt, seeing if this is any better. Volca again with as much survivability, the Lunacy Visor, hoping to see if this extra little bit of healing that she can provide is better than having just a full team of Northerners. Let's check it out. Oh, and then I did switch my King Harsh artifact so that it's the Bastion ring. So let's see. Not sure if that was any better. It says a new record. Actually, I think you need to get over 180,000 in order to get SSS. So that's not bad. Definitely the survivability did help then. I mean, this honestly does not matter at all. Yeah, I think the only thing that'll help me get past the SS Plus rank is just gonna be powering up Bastion rings. And I guess the champions, since I don't have Brokir or King Harsh fully skilled out. I want to say that'll definitely help them out. But yeah, I mean, not bad. That's, 'cause I think my best before was just an S. So I mean, That's what, 3 rankings higher? And that's really, really close to being able to get a SSS, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, let me know how you guys are doing with the Immortal Codex. Clearly, I'm leaving it till the very end to see if I can do anything better. I'm just naturally a procrastinator, so I like to believe that I'm leaving it to the end because I want to try and get like better gear and whatnot to see if I can do any better before it goes away. But I mean, that might potentially be a slight reason why. But more than anything, I just tend to leave everything to the very end. Either way, let me know if any of that helped you guys out. I definitely wasn't aware of a lot of the different mechanics that boss had, so being able to see that really damage just doesn't matter at all against any of the minions there. It's all about your blocking capability. So Evelyn did really good, and she's got really good survivability by herself as well. Either way, let me know how you guys are doing, and let me know if this helped any of you out there as well. And until the next video, guys, take care.